don't think I'm ready for this review. I was not ready to talk about this book for a hot minute. Hey guys, my name is Zoe, and today I'm going to be talking about Windwitch by Susan Dennard, because it was amazing. So, the first part of this video will be a spoiler-free review of Windwitch, but it will contain spoilers of Truthwitch. If you haven't read that, I would recommend reading that before you watch this video. So, Windwitch is Merrick's book, and it follows Merrick more closely, and you get to see inside his head a little better. He's been going through some stuff, potentially lost his country, and the world believes him to be dead, and we get to follow what he does and what he tries to do for his country from that point forward. The only gripe I have to say about this book is that the 5 perspectives was hard to keep up with. I did really enjoy the 5th perspective. I liked that said character a lot. Like, it helped get some backstory even for Truthwitch to understand why this character did the things that they did. The representation in Windwitch is on point. It is, like, there's so much representation. There's LGBT, there's racial representation, there's different cultures. I really liked how fleshed out the different types of people are. They're very realistic in the way that, like, there are different cultures and different types of people, and everyone, like, is kind of their own person. Dialogue in this book was just as funny as it was in Truthwitch. I loved that Susan Dennard made up her own cuss words. I love the characters. There are some characters where I don't feel like they just made bad decisions, but we'll get to that in the spoiler part. They just need to stop. There's one character in particular that I'm gonna talk about, and he need to get on with himself. I did want to mention that, like, this is not going to be a trilogy. There are going to be, like, there's going to be more than 3 books, and these books are going to go hard. I'm really, really excited for Bloodwitch. Bloodwitch is the title of the next book, book 3. I'm super excited. Susan Dennard actually, like, made, like, a cool, like, animation to go along with, like, the title review of Bloodwitch. These books have changed me for life. I love these characters so much. I am very, very loyal to these characters, and I find myself, like, waking up and being, like, scared to go to the bathroom, or, like, you know, because it's all dark in my house, and being like, Safi and Isolde do it, so I can do it too. So that's really all I had for the spoiler-free part of this review. I hope that you do read Windwitch. It was absolutely fantastic. I did give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I loved it so much. It is very near and dear to my heart, and I will see you guys later for spoilers. Okay, so I'm going to stop a couple of people right now. And for those of you that have said that Safi and the Chiseled Cheater are going to get together, you guys just keep walking. Like, those of you that are like, oh, Safi and the Chiseled Cheater, they have this chemistry, this connection, they're going to get together, she's going to not be with Merrick. Just cut that ish out right now. You know they're going to get together. Like, it's going to be alright. And you can find somebody, you know. I mean, I have a boyfriend that I live with, that I've been with for almost 5 years. I love him very much, but I can still look at the booty. Like, it's not. I was so mad that Safi didn't hear at the until the very end of the book that Merrick was dead, supposedly. I'm so ready for him to come out and be, like, doing his thing with Vivia on the low, and with Cam helping him. Oh my god, I love Cam as a character. He's so amazing. We'll get to him in a minute. But anyway, Merrick and Vivia's relationship is kind of sort of repaired in this book, but, like, they still need to work on it. Like, I love the fact that we get to see Vivia's perspective, because Vivia is not like this raging bitch that everybody really thinks she is. I mean, she can be, like, a little bit, but she genuinely just wants to do what's best for her country. Like, she doesn't, you know, hate any specific person. There are times where she can hate herself, and there are times where she can hate the way people look at her, but she doesn't, like, walk around, she doesn't roll out of bed in the morning and say, oh, I'm gonna, you know, blow up so-and-so today. Like, that's not, you know, that's not Vivia. And I love that we got to see her perspective, because we got to see, like, a little bit more of her and how she operates. Let's move on to this puppeteer situation with Isolde and the puppeteer. Like, I think, is it Isma or is it Esme? I'm not 100% sure, but I don't like her, because she could have been, like, awesome. And I love how that she's, like, trying to teach Isolde how to do things, because I feel like she did use it in Windwitch. Like, she used her powers in Windwitch. She did, she cleaved that guy to save Adwin, and I personally think that that was the ethical thing to do, because if you don't want to get randomly cleaved by random thread witches up in this bitch, then don't try to kill random people for money, like, or whatever it is you want this owl kid for. Them's the breaks. I am excited to see where her puppeteering goes, because I think that I trust her, and I love her enough to know that, like, she can do it and that she can handle herself, but I don't trust Isolde's trust in herself, if that makes sense. She doubts herself a lot, and I know that she can do it, and I know that Safi would know that she could do it if they would just be together. Speaking of Adwin, that moment whenever Isolde was taking off his knives, I was like, oh yes, baby, take it all off of him. That's fine with me. I love their relationship. I love how, like, it's a slow burn relationship, because both of them have, like, grown up, like, not being able to trust people, but you can tell, like, they want to love each other and they want to trust each other, but they're having, like, issues getting there because of all the political and economical things going on in their lives. But I really enjoy their relationship, and how it's a slow burn, but you know, like, it's there. You know that there is that chemistry. Adwin is a good freaking person. Like, I love him. I loved how as soon as he realized there was a scared child over in that camp, he was like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kill him and I'm gonna save that child. And then the child, like, Owl attached herself to him and, like, wouldn't let him go, and then Isolde and Adwin had to split up because he had to take Owl back to her Nomatsi family, even though she had this crazy winged bat that nobody knew about, which I think is 10 out of 10 badass. But he took her back, and then they separated, and then, like, shit hit the fan. I thought Isolde was gonna be, like, burned to death. I didn't understand what was going on. And then she saved him, and she cleaved that guy, and everything was kind of sort of right with the world, but it was right with their relationship at that moment in time. I can't wait to see more of Corlent and the Nomatsi, you know, thing going on there, because I feel like I'm gonna like them. I feel like they're gonna be like a saving grace type thing. I love that part of the reason that Isolde and Adwin could originally trust each other was because they both had Nomatsi origin, and I liked that a lot. Let's talk about Safi and Venice and the stupid chiseled friggin' cheater and all those people. So that one part where I understood why Venice and Safi did what they did in the end of Truthwitch, and I get it. But I was really hoping that Safi would get away from her. And then when the boat blew up and Venice was, like, destroyed, and Safi kind of, like, helped her through it a little bit, and they were enduring together, and they were both just being, like, strong, independent women that were helping each other. I liked that. And then they got caught by the stupid chiseled cheater, and Safi is like, dude, I don't like you, but you fine. And then they're like, I don't like you, but I feel like I want to trust you. And then in the end, whenever they're, like, freeing all of, like, Vivia's men and stuff, and she finds out that, you know, Merrick is supposedly dead, and all this is going on. I love that, the moments where, like, Venice is like, Safi, I'm going to give you a choice. You can come with me, and you can help my people, and then I will pay you whatever it is you need to do to live for the rest of your life and be comfortable, or you can just go. I loved that Venice respected Safi enough to give her a choice. I liked that. And of course I knew that she was going to go with Venice because, you know, the country deserved it. And she did the same thing for Merrick. She had done the same thing for Merrick to save Nebrevna. So she kind of developed that friendship with Venice that I did like. And I did not like the chiseled cheater. Don't even ask. No, I don't like him. Yes, I get that he's fine and all, but I don't trust him. I don't trust him because I don't think that, like, he can't control himself. None of them can, because of that whole gold chain thing. Dead, powers don't work on him or them. I don't trust them. I know that they have to come back and get her eventually, but I don't even trust, like, his words sometimes. I have 3 more things I want to talk about. One is Cullen and this whole situation that broke me, where Cullen had been, like, cleaved and came back and was, like, being controlled by the puppeteer or whatnot. Was that the puppeteer? Somebody explain to me if that was the puppeteer, because I feel like it was, but the fact that he was telling Merrick, like, you know, join me, da-da-da, like, all this, that, and the other, broke me, and Merrick just had to, like, watch his best friend of a billion years try to ruin this country. Just, damn it. So backing on that, Vivia. I know I already talked about her a little bit, but I wanted to talk about how I always had hope for her. She just needs someone to understand her, and she was willing to die to save everyone, and that just like shows like Vivia is moral. She has ethics. She understands that, you know, she's doing things for the greater good. She's not just doing it for her. She's not doing it to be selfish. She genuinely believes that she can do this, and I believe that she can do this if she just, you know, let her brother help her out a little bit and have a little bit more faith in herself. And also that moment when the girl kissed her and she was like, oh, so I could have had this all along? Yes, bitch. Yes, she could have. No one character that I haven't talked about almost this whole time is Cam, because I love him so much. Cam is a transgender, and like 3/4 into the book, Merrick's still calling him her and doing all this stuff, this, that, and the other with him, and he almost died for Merrick. That's loyalty if I ever saw it. You know, it's like Cullen level loyalty right there. That moment whenever Cam is like, you only see what you want to see, and he like lashed out at Merrick and was like, you only see what you want to see, you don't see what I really am. I'm right here in front of you. I've been right here in front of you this whole time. Being loyal to you, risking my life for you, getting beat up for you. I just think that Merrick should be a little bit more grateful to Cam. Like, Cam need to have his own spot in court in New Brevna or something, because y'all know what's gonna go down. It's gonna go down hard in Bloodwitch. I'm not ready. So leave a comment and let me know what you guys thought of Truthwitch if you got to the end of this very, very long video, which I'm assuming is going to be hella long. I am super excited for Bloodwitch, and I love Susan Dennard as a whole. She is just a little authored package that was given to the world, and I am accepting it lovingly because I love Truthwitch and I loved Windwitch. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.